Lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of today's video, we're going to be reacting to So Beautiful by DPR IAN. This one I am honestly so super excited to get into because I've had so many people recommend this one to me and I've heard so many great things. So I am really curious by this song and I'm just loving hearing more from Ian, so I can't wait to get into this one. But before we do, if you guys are new to the channel, then welcome and thank you for joining. Make sure you click on that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But all that being said, I just can't wait to get into this, so let's go.
Before I change again, remind me of the time when I still remembered. I feel it coming.
Oh. Wow. Oh my god. The videography on these videos are phenomenal. Oh my gosh. Wow. I mean, he is in phenomenal shape. There's so much going on. Wow, hold up. Already, just from what I've already seen from DPR IAN, I think that for me, instantly just hearing that at the start, you know, in saying before I sort of change, you know, we obviously know that he does go through those episodes and moments where he does almost go from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, and like it obviously must be such a difficult thing to try and regulate and be able to understand, because I think dealing with emotions as like a person is such a difficult thing without obviously all of the difficulties and complexities when it comes to Ian being able to, you know, really decipher all of these emotions that, you know, must just hit out from one moment to the next and you not really know where you are. So I think just the intro into this song instantly, it is just like that feeling of sometimes it must almost feel like you are underwater in a sense. You know, we saw him almost rise from the water, but it's almost like sometimes I feel like it must be almost in a sense that you have no control, to the point of it literally feels like you were just being sort of like taken over by, I'm assuming in this imagery, the water beneath you. You know, it's almost like you've had the tide pulled over you and it's like you're sinking and you don't know how to escape that. It's like that must be sometimes what it's like to not be able to control and regulate those emotions, you know, just that sense of being pulled under and not being able to stop it, you know, not being able to find a release, be able to find that way out in a sense. And that must be something that is unbelievably difficult to process, to understand, to be able to work through, you know, and I can only imagine what that must feel like. But just instantly coming into this song, I feel like that power behind even just the imagery itself, like I was saying, the videography and just how beautiful these videos are, it really does just tell so much of the story before you even get into the music and into the lyrics and into the song. And I think that is what I love so much about Ian as an artist. I think that he just is able to create so much depth emotionally and through just the imagery that just really draws you in and makes you be able to almost start picturing what this whole meaning and purpose is for this song, you know, itself. And I think that is something that is phenomenal. I mean, you have to say that he is just absolutely stunning. That has to be said because he is stunning.
I think I got my sight for you. I don't mean to let it through. I thought it through. Now come on, you know I just get confused. Come get your funky love story. I love it when the skies can't see. I left a message encased in me. So bye-bye, flawless ending. So
Oh, listen, number one, his voice is so incredibly beautiful, absolutely stunning and amazing. I'm loving all of this just like rain falling and the glitching and almost just like constantly moving between the light and the dark, almost in a sense. And I feel like, again, that is something that he portrays so beautifully through his videos, is that sense of, you know, almost constantly battling between the light and the dark in a way. And I think that is just the play on almost that sense of, again, the way that everything takes over, you know, your personality when you have those shifts, you know. It must almost be like you're constantly being dragged from one side to the other. And that must, again, be something so unbelievably difficult to wrap your head around, you know, and be able to navigate through. But I think just the way that he's able to tell that so beautifully through the video itself is just incredible. But one thing I will say, I don't think that the captions are working too well in this video, so I will definitely go and check out the lyrics after I finish watching this video. We'll go through those lyrics together, but I just am absolutely loving what I've seen so far. I'm definitely, I think, going to put both earphones in because I want to try and really, you know, listen to the lyrics. But like I said, we will go through afterwards and look at the lyrics together. Oh my gosh. His voice is unbelievably beautiful.
Let's take a trip down a dark place, baby. Look for me now, I'm not that crazy.
Let's take a trip down a dark place, baby. Look for me now, I'm not that crazy. Oh, these lyrics. This is what I love. I love so much Ian. I don't know what it is about his lyricism, but there's something that's just so incredibly enticing and satisfying. It really like lures you in almost to that sense of darkness, doesn't it? And I love that I do. Even now, like we've got the little light seeping through in the back there in this shot, but we've still got like the almost narrow hallway of darkness, and it's like ominous, but it's still got the light shining through. It's just every single detail when it comes to the lighting and to the colouring and the colour tones on the videos. It's just so incredible, isn't it? The little keys as well. Ooh. There's just so many things going on that just really are making me so incredibly just like overwhelmed with just how incredible the artistry is from Ian. Because number one, we've got sort of like the draws in the instrumental of like the little moments with those like screech almost senses in the instrumental, which I love so much. And then we've got all of like almost like the revolving sense of everything going on. Like we constantly keep on switching from one shot to the next to the next. And it's like everything is just playing out so quickly. And I feel like that's almost how quickly you can almost fall, in a sense, like how quickly you can shift. Like it can just be the snap of a fingers and it's like everything just starts tumbling, starts falling. That just feels like all of the emotions bundling into one and just almost like transcending all together in like one go, and you just like instantly just almost switch in a sense. I also just am loving his voice so much. Like his voice is so beautiful, but just the almost like haunting sense of just beauty that is coming through in this song is phenomenal. We're sort of running, you know? Bit of jazz now, maybe? And again, we're underwater. We're almost like drowning. Ooh. Hold up a Ian, my goodness gracious me. That was so cool. That transition was fire, and you best believe we've seen that again. But that like spin, how do you do that? I don't know, but I loved it and I need to see it again, please and thank you. this is gorgeous as well, like the lights, the colours, and then I love that. Whoa. Stop it. And then that's leading into no blueberries, right? That like, no blueberries on my ice cream cake. I feel like that was leading into that then. Also guys, I'm so sorry if there's any noise in the background. It's just decided to absolutely start teeming down with rain, so I apologise if you can hear that. But oh my goodness gracious me, it's literally teeming down out there. It's like how it was literally raining in this video, it's like that outside. But I will say that ending there, you know, almost really led me to that sense of almost you're at the end of the road in a way. Like he was walking constantly and trying to, I feel like, find that escape, but it almost feels like you were feeling like this was almost the end of the road in some sense. Like, and I think just seeing that, it really does just show you like how much struggle and just how much hurt and pain there really is throughout a lot of what Ian writes, you know. And I think a lot of his lyrics really are just so incredibly in depth and so beautiful, but also so just real and raw and powerful, you know. And I think that everything about this song was just absolutely incredible. Yet again, I'm loving hearing more from Ian. He is just phenomenal. I think this song being called So Beautiful as well, it's almost like, in a sense, a bit of a contradiction, because obviously everything that you're experiencing in this video and everything that I feel like it represents is almost something so unbelievably difficult to wrap your head around and so difficult to deal with and, you know, really navigate through. But somehow I think that in a sense this song is saying there is still beauty within that. Like, even though sometimes it feels like in life there can be these complexities and things that seem like you can't almost find your way through, ultimately there is beauty within every moment of life, and it's just trying to discover what is hidden underneath all of that, you know. And somehow there's still so much beauty in even the darkest of moments, and there's still that light shining somewhere within that darkness, there's still that colour somewhere within that darkness. It's just finding that and finding what the true meaning of that is. The imagery on this video was stunning. Those moments and transitions were phenomenal. The colours and just everything that was going on was beautiful. That underwater shot with all of the colourful lights, one of the most beautiful things I think I've seen in a music video. I love that. But like I said, we will go through and look at some of these lyrics because I didn't really get to see too much of the lyrics, I feel like, because the captions weren't working. So let's do that right now. Okay, so let's do this. I think I've got my sight for you. I don't mean to let it brew. I thought it through. Now come on, you know I just get confused. Oh, okay. So see, this is the thing. I didn't really pick up too much on the sense of love as much because I feel like I was saying, the captions weren't working. I was so focused on the imagery and just the darkness that I feel like I didn't really get to connect with that. So that's really interesting within this bit to hear about. I thought it through. I love that so much. Like, just that double meaning almost. Like, I thought it through. Like, I really thought that I'd considered everything through, but I just maybe didn't give it as much thought as I originally had thought. All the thoughts I feel like are happening in that moment, but even that is, again, it's like they're talking about I'm getting confused. Like, yeah, you are getting confused because there's so many different thoughts going on and it's almost like everything's jumbling into one. Like, that lyric in itself is almost confusing because, you know, you're thinking about thinking. Like, it's almost like that in and of itself is confusing, you know? Come get your funky love story. I love it when the skies can't sleep. I left a message encased in me. So bye-bye. A flawless ending, so beautiful. So almost in a sense, maybe that sense of the end of the road at the end, like I was talking about, could also be a sense of a relationship coming to a close, in a sense. Maybe a sense of love coming to a close, a flawless ending. Having to end it even though maybe you don't want to, because ultimately you feel like that's what's for the best in this moment. I love it when the skies can't sleep. I love that lyric so much. Let's take a trip down a dark place, baby. Look for me now. I'm not that crazy. Let's talk about what makes you happy because I know I'm calling for you. And again, we go back to come get this crazy, like, funky love story. Like, come get this crazy, funky love story. Like, I'm just a little bit, you know, different. I'm a little bit unique. I'm a little bit crazy. I'm a little bit funky. But ultimately, I'm me. And that's just what this love story is going to be. If you choose to be with me, you're choosing everything that I am, everything that I encompass, you know. And that is something that to me is so beautiful because it makes me and shapes me into the person that I am. I love how that title of So Beautiful can really mean so many things in this song as well. The more you really delve into the lyrics, the more that title becomes almost like a multiple meaning. You know, I feel like there's multiple meanings to that title. And I think that's just another thing that's so beautiful about this song. My love is turning kind of grey. I love it when you sing. My heart is looking for the other way. Beautiful. My love is turning kind of grey. I love when you sing. My heart is looking the other way. So it's almost like as time's going on, maybe more so possibly because of the circumstance itself, because of the person themselves, or maybe also your emotions and your feelings mixing into that and involving themselves with that. It's making you almost lose a sense of what this love once was. It's almost like fading to grey, you know, turning to black and white in a way, and it's becoming less vibrant than it once was. So maybe you are sort of falling out of love with this person in a sense, and that is why you are choosing to almost end this love story in a way. I love that lyric so much though. I left a message encased in me, so bye bye. So maybe in a way, I don't know obviously what this whole song represents in terms of the reality of the situation, but I feel like if you're talking about leaving a message encased in you and you're almost saying bye bye, it's to me almost like you've maybe left somebody's life, you've left a person that you were with's life, like you've left that love behind, and you've maybe not really had a full out conversation about why and the reason behind that, and had like an in-depth moment of being like, this is what I'm feeling like, this is why I feel like I need to leave, and this is why I'm going. It's almost like you left that message encased in you. You are the one who holds all of that information. You are the one who holds everything and the reasoning behind, and you've almost left this person to wonder why. But ultimately, that is all left within you, and you have to deal with that and battle with that daily, you know? And again, that could be why we have that battle going on throughout most of this video, you know, that darkness, that constant fight for finding the light. Maybe that's another play on, you know, you being left with all of this feeling and emotion and not really having anywhere to turn to release it all because you've left that person behind. I just think this song is so gorgeous. Like, the lyrics themselves are so beautiful. The video was incredible. I just had the best time with this song, and I'm loving hearing more from Ian. I think he is a phenomenal artist and definitely, like I've been saying, becoming a favourite for me for sure. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching along this video with me. If you did, like I said, make sure you click on that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.